country singer. And
Let me tell you guys something. Me getting on YouTube like this and talking like this, it does put me at risk in other areas of my life. But I'm not at risk. I don't give a fuck. I feel like I can get dressed anytime I get ready. I feel like anytime I open a set with someone who starts to talk to me, I'm not even supposed to know. And bring up the point, I really hate what I do. My clients find these videos. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I feel like I create I recognize myself any fucking time. Because they've torn me down so brutally and so many fucking times that it's just made me an insane beast. I've been in the game for years. It made me an animal. I give a fuck. Take your ass on. You got a fucking problem with it? Take your ass on. Guys, if you live petrified of some shit, if you want to go to fucking England for a month and not call that bitch or call it when you get back, you fucking do that. If she want to leave, you fucking find somebody else. Now, what I want to talk about is wife is in that scarcity mindset. I'll let them set with you. See, that was poor vocal projection. You need to hit her with more demonstration of value. And fucking, she wants to go back to her. It doesn't look like she's going to anything she's too excited about. Like, you gotta live a life of social abundance. There's millions of girls out there. There's billions. Don't be petrified. Listen, here's what I'm saying. That fucking thing sucks. You went out Friday night. You'd be like, damn, why am I so petrified of losing this fucking girl? There's all this fucking she fucking whatever for all you care. So you guys, you motherfuckers gotta stop being so lazy and weak. You're not putting in motherfucking work. You wanna find one girl and make her your fucking wife. You ain't feeling it. You're tiptoeing about texting this and this and that shit. Who gives a fuck if you're a validator? Get the next bitch. Who gives a fuck? All you guys listening to this, everything I'm saying to you sounds batshit fucking crazy. But you know what's really crazy? Is you guys continue to live your life the same way and not changing shit and expecting things to fucking change. You gotta get out of thinking that that's the only point in the world. A lot of you guys don't even want to fucking go out. You think I haven't gone through phases where I didn't want to fucking go out and I just want to stay in my fucking man cave and just fucking index Pornhub all fucking day and swipe right, auto swipe 30 times a day and act like I'm actually fucking in. If you went out, you would see that there's actually billions and billions of fucking shit and not be petrified of losing one fucking bitch. There's 3 billion hoes in this world and they're all disposable. Don't forget that. These women think you're 17 times disposable is the worst fucking thing I've ever said about their disposability. Women let us know that every single fucking day. The media lets us know that every fucking day. How insanely fucking disposable a single fucking man is. Alright? Especially a non-celebrity one, especially one who's only got $500 in his bank account, especially one who don't fucking stop traffic. Like, you're literally lucky they even let you live and have locked you up and haven't fucking harvested all your fucking organs to give to their dog or some fucking shit. That's how fucking worthless and disposable us men are told we are all fucking time. So, you want to combat that, continuing to put a hoe on a pedestal every time you fucking see her, and especially when you want to fuck her and are attracted to her? Go right ahead, my friend. Leaves more for me. More for me. And I need a lot of pussy. Maybe I should say I want a lot of pussy. I don't need it, but you know. I'm not gonna fucking rehab that fucking umbrella because I don't have skills. I'll find another cool umbrella with a fucking design on it, or like get Rivers Cuomo's guitar strap, and it will be fucking real. I ain't finna spend a second of my time rehabbing some umbrella I found on the ground. I ain't birthing no umbrellas. I ain't birthing no hoes. Okay. I ain't never birthed a hoe, and it ain't a good time to start birthing. I refuse to birth hoes. Okay. I won't do it. I refuse to birth a hoe. I'm not birthing any of these bitches out here. I'm not putting the miles on my male uterus to birth any of these hoes. Now, what I do is I birth game zombies. I birth them every fucking day long. I fucking build them up. That girl would kick your fucking ass, most of you bitch-made blue pill cucks. She would fucking kick your ass. I birth game zombies, and I teach them to birth other game zombies, so the world will be full of nothing but slick-ass pickup artists, because that's all these hoes deserve. And that's why I'm a successful guy, and I have a fucking abundance mindset, and I don't get caught up in all this scarcity shit. You know what I mean? Now listen, don't ever set a fucking second date unless the logistics for sex are good. I don't do any first date, dinner date. I don't do any fucking food date until I got up in the drugs. And that's just how it is. That's the 10 commandments of game. You know what I mean? Now listen, I know there's a lot of masculine ass bitches out here who want to fucking keep you in that blue pill cuck box, but you don't gotta let them. You know, you're freeing yourself with the knowledge that I give you as long as you send me all your money every single fucking month and admit you're totally worthless outside of my tutelage. Okay. So now that you're in the Girl Interrupter cult, you can really do shit. You can really start moving and make some moves. Okay. And so we're gonna have a lot of fun moving out of Dick 'em Down 2018 into Balls Deep 2019. That's right, it's Balls Deep 2019. We are going to be balls deep up in 2019. Just spreading these hoes open, and it's going to be so sick. It's going to be so sick. You know what I mean? So, the other thing is I want you to start focusing a bit more on the technique we do. You know what I mean? Yes, it's good to just, not focus on technical game and just like Owen from RSD says, just basically, or maybe Todd says, yeah, Todd does things, but focus on that shit. And just focus on the general principles of being a high value guy. And ask yourself, would a high value fucking guy do this? Would a high value guy do that? Ask yourself. Another interesting thing is whether you should ever do it to a fucking girl. I advocate to do occasionally, because sometimes most of these girls are cheating on their boyfriends. You know what I mean? Most of these girls have been juggling their own dicks since they were like 13 years old. So the level of disposability that they see males in is vast. A man is worth absolutely fucking nothing to these girls. And that's why you've got to fucking keep that in mind. You can't just keep fucking existing in a way that doesn't take into account the disposability of all these hoes, okay? You have to have a fucking abundance mindset if you're ever going to get balls deep and fucking high value women from night one in a sexual frame that doesn't put you in the boyfriend zone and make you a bit of a provider where you get that passive aggressive blowjob shit. You have to fucking stay alpha if you want to get there. And a lot of you are too bitch made to ever do that. You're simply too bitch made. Game flat and tell these bitches how it's going to be. So that's how I get these questions to and on Patreon with my subscribers. And if you have questions on this channel, I'll get your questions. So let's see what And some of you want me to address the issue of whether or not a guy should ever give his number to a woman rather than taking his number. So,
really struggling to get right.
Whenever you ask me a question that has always or never in it, or one that has like, there are no absolutes in games. Always and never is almost never the right way to see some shit. The answer, as Todd says, is it doesn't fucking matter. Okay, there's always incongruencies. Should you give your fucking number to a woman rather than asking for her number? I would say that no matter what,
You want to keep things in your hands and have an ability to follow up because women are interesting. They're interesting creatures. But that's why I never set a second date unless the logistics are good for sex. I repeat, never set a second date unless the logistics are good for sex. And that's what makes me a world class. It was recently from online. My friends would stop messaging and it deleted them from online. They followed them an hour later on fucking social media. So bitches sometimes overtly reject you on fucking Match. And you don't know that. Sometimes Match pulls people's accounts. Match.com is so fucking janky, fucking technologically. Shit crashes and you think some bitch fucking went. But still, women are super fucking fickle because they naturally have this abundant mindset where they can get away with that shit socially. So they do change. You never set a second day if the logistics aren't good for sex. So depending on the moment, a bitch forgets some shit. She had a better, bigger dick to go fucking into. Whereas if you have, let me call it the next day. So even when you think a bitch on Master on Tinder, fucking hit her up on fucking, wherever. There's this one bitch named Druthy who went to Stanford, who's like fucking, works in the biology area. And I remember I hit her up on one of these social media sites, and let's just say very good things happened, boys. Very good fucking things. She was a pretty good looking fucking Indian fucking nerd Indian girl who still wasn't totally nerdy. So you don't want to miss a lot of opportunities if you don't have that flexibility. Most girls that you end up sleeping with at some point would fuck a homeless bum on the street. Okay, if he's dirty enough, because they're just so fucking backwards and chaotic and they don't make any fucking sense. So a lot of times you just want to have them chase as much as possible and have the resources so that if they don't chase, you can pick up the slack. Now, we all know that women don't reward men for building a life of high value or being good or moral or any of that shit. That's the last goddamn thing in the world that women use to fucking factor into whether or not they're gonna let you get balls deep in them. All women mainly fucking think about is whether or not it's gonna be a win for them, i.e. validating, to convince you to fuck them after you fucking open them, set a premise, and some evaluation. Their attraction and the logistics involved for the night, and set a narrative. Here's the thing about narrative. When you set that narrative shit, isn't that kind of boyfriendy long-term shit? I guess, I mean, if you're really just trying to pull hoes to get balls deep the first night, why the fuck you need a narrative? But here's the thing. A lot of guys think narrative is like fucking only limited to the boyfriend thing. No. Some of the stories these bitches want to read is about the wild Sex in the City, crazy, carry, sex night shit. It's not about a narrative that they're going to tell their friends about how you met and got to get married. It's a narrative about how they're going to tell their friends about this wild, epic, fucking stallion alpha, high in demand that they fucked on the first night. Never talked. They want fucking stories. They like the hoe shit. Send them some more shit. Like the hoe shit. They're all trifling hoe bitches, and you can never fucking forget that. I don't care how much they fake to be like fucking good people. They're not, bro. They're fucking worse than you are, and you know what a piece of shit you are. So if they're worse than you, that thing's fucking killing us. We're not getting any orders here. Fuck it, dude. This is a weird beat, bro. From PUA land, like, you think it would be dope because you're like, oh, people don't have to work. They have Thanksgiving off, blah, 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 whatever. But what often winds up happening is a lot of women just check out socially this week and they don't wind up being fuck focused, and they actually spend time like just catching up with their aunt or some fucking shit over leftovers and playing Scrabble. This girl was so vivacious and sexy that we ran on train on. She was like probably 30, a white girl, pale skin, brunette, sucked a great dick, all this stuff. And I asked her for a number, and she goes, "Give me your number." And so I left it all in her hands. It would have been good if I found out her FetLife or some fucking shit like that, or an Insta or whatever. I'm gonna turn on Valencia actually right here. And we had like 24 or some shit. So I don't know. That park, I don't know about that because there, but it just seems like a bunch of people wanting to keep to themselves on their blankets. But don't take that mindset, because it'll cut you off from shit. Women are extremely fucking fickle, and they tend to change with the spur of the fucking moment. So you never want to rely on moment to moment how a girl feels. If she gets her number, she'll forget how some other shit come up. You know. And then somebody else comes along and you have her number. Like the guys who wrote that song, "Come my baby, come my baby, you're my butterfly." Those are the type of guys these bitches wind up fucking when they get distracted by some flashing lights or objects, because they're so fucking simple. And so higher value guys us guys know who's a bitch and who's a worthless dude or not, but these bitches clearly have no fucking ability to discern that whatsoever. Okay, so what they wind up doing is fucking the guys that they see the other bitches fucking. So it's the guys who just hang around and be elastic standing all the time often get bitches that way, because one bitch will see another bitch fuck her, and then he winds up fucking her. So, crazy town. These fucking stupid hoes love dudes like those guys in crazy town. I mean, what are you gonna fucking do? If your game relies on bitches being positive and chasing you at every fucking moment, you're gonna falter a lot, because bitches just don't have the attention span to put out the same fucking mind state, frame, and attitude consistently. So you just have to learn to fucking deal with what they give you. A lot of times they're just gonna give you stupid fucking bitchy shit, and you're just gonna have to ignore it and not say, "Oh, she doesn't want me, I'm losing tonight." No, a lot of these bitches, they just have so much fucking garbage in their mind. Even if they love you and they want to fuck you that night, still about 80% of what comes out of their mouth will be objectionable, disagreeable nonsense that fucking it just reeks of their own entitled fucking idiocy, and they can't help it. So you just have to love them through it. The biggest mistake beginners make is not approaching, not being in the game, not approaching, not taking action, not talking to girls, not stepping up. Okay, second biggest mistake beginners make is not getting to the fucking point, not establishing premise. And so basically, imagine that you were to go to a fucking car lot to buy a car, and you're having a discussion with the car salesman. He takes half a fucking hour, and he never mentions the point of buying anything or mentions a car. At some point, even if that motherfucker seems like a nice guy, you're gonna leave. He's wasting your time, and you're a man. You'd be much more likely to fucking prompt him to fucking get to the point, but he's really conditioned to never get to the fucking point. I watch beginners do infield all the time. And these poor, Judd Apatow did a scene on this. The poor girl is just standing there, and like the guy never gets to the fucking point, and he's just waiting for her to tear his fucking clothes off, and she goes, "Nice to meet you," and she has to go because she doesn't have time for that shit. "Nice to meet you, I have to go." It's not I like you. It's not necessarily even I'm bored by you. What it is you're not getting to the point. I'm like a wedge tripping pussy, and fucking this is awkward. Never said a second date if it was just example for sex. So the biggest fucking date I see, once you've actually done an approach as a beginner, is not getting to the fucking point. It's actually a great scene in the Fight Club. You should check out where Edward Norton and his character are like, Edward was like furniture just blew out into the street, and so he needs a place to stay. And he calls it that. So here's a picture of beer, and at the end of the night, Edwin Norton's like, yeah, I should go get a hotel. And Brad Pitt's character is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just ask them. Man, a picture of girl, you still can't ask this hoe if she wants to go home with you? Like, you're such a fucking bitch, boy. You're so good for that. I swear, never said a second date if the logistics aren't good for sex. And that's what I teach these guys, and that's why I'm the best dating coach in the world. The fact of the matter is that she was there for a reason. He was there because she needed a place to stay, and he wouldn't get to the point. She fucking scared to get to the point because he doesn't have any fucking balls. He's embarrassed and he's scared. And she's just like every person, and he's like, he's just going to waste. You got to admit that you haven't material mother. You never do the fucking material mother with all these hoes. They're embarrassed to admit that they want to fuck these hoes to sleep on the first night. And how to get over that? And just force it. You quit holding that back, and you never get to fucking get out of the dinners. They fuck with these bitches and they live their fucking place off, but that just doesn't fucking happen. Okay? So as a man, you have to be the one to establish the fucking premise. You open, you set a premise, evaluate, narrative, and then close. And that's what you've got to do. As a man, you've got to get to the fucking point, actually. So if a girl leaves without you knowing that you're a fucking man, and this is a man-woman interaction, now I could have easily opened her. You see how long she milled about fucking with the fucking to lock her fucking bike? I should have opened her, but I'm too dedicated to my craft that I'm fucking, all right, I'll open her when she comes back. The idea is to show that. But I really did open her by fucking performing with her. If there's something happens with a girl, the idea is to show that it's not a woman. It's the same idea if you had a fucking company and you had a job. You can't sit down, applicant, you sit there, check your pussy, just go to those. You're not saying, hey, I'm doing this job. That's the fundamental thing. You're not saying, hey, I'm doing this job, or you're saying, hey, I got a job and you should apply for it. Hey, there's this position, and you're being interviewed. That's I'm desperate, need a girlfriend, and I'm so binary, and you be equated to fuckable. Set premise in a superior way. Not that weak ass boring shit. Hopefully, when you know that you point, without being needy and desperate, giving your power, that will, in best cases scenario, help you get to the fucking. Because in most cases, best cases, genders just don't fucking get to the point. And I hope you enjoyed all this fucking pimp ass knowledge I've given to you. And subscribe below, or don't, because I don't fucking care, because I'm so fucking good at this shit. I'm word of mouth. It's just, unavoidable that I become the biggest star in the world. If I'm not already, I'll get where I am. Okay, so to break down the spiritually fun part of humor and take all the life out of it and suffocate it Todd style is how to be funny from a robot's fucking perspective. Everyone says be funny, be self-amused, all these fucking different things. And the question is, well, what is funny? How do you do that, G? Especially because being funny is like releasing from outcome to a great degree. So how do you meticulously, like a fucking robot, plan to be spontaneous? Well, there's no better person to learn that from than Todd. Todd is the chess master. He's the Bobby Fischer of PUA. Okay, so you can imitate shit like that, all that Judd Apatow shit, learning Chode game, learning King game, learning structures and copying shit. And rote memorizing shit is definitely something some of you motherfuckers are gonna have to do, because there's no way in the hell you're ever gonna be fucking funny. But some of you are gonna be able to break out that stuff, and even more than the analytical repetition that's present. You will actually bring knowledge from just trying shit and expose yourself to a lot of it. You'll get it to osmosis. Now, a few years ago, I started taking improvisational comedy, which was distinct from stand-up comedy. It creates something in the moment. It's more like games, so it's more structured. I never set a second date unless the logistics for sex are good, because it's a waste of fucking time otherwise. Now, the structure of improv comedy is like, I studied it in Upright Citizens Brigade in Hollywood, California, and they have this idea in their scenes of what they call the game of the fucking scene, and what makes it interesting, what makes it funny, and what makes it compelling. And they had a process for discovering the game. They had a process for delineating how the set was going to become funny or not in the long-form improvisational sketch comedy context. Here's how it works. There's two people on stage, and what they always have to do is yes and agree with each other when they're outside. What does that mean? It means that they're having approval of the world that you're creating there on the stage, and then they're adding a little bit of their fucking self. If they just sit there and say no, blah, 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 there's no flow to the fucking improv sketch. And so that's what you got to do with girls. You just got to say yes and shut up and let this bitch carry the conversation. Because every time you get a hoe talking, it releases chemicals in her mind, which make her a lot fucking happier and more likely to let you get balls deep that night. You're not trying to do anything unusual, put a lot of fucking effort into this shit. You're just looking for the first unusual fucking thing that happens organically. If you add something, it's inevitable that something unusual will come up. Don't force it into the scene or set. Whenever that unusual shit comes up, the next step that comes up is you're supposed to justify it. Because you'll find that somebody says some shit in a weird accent, and the next question is, well, why did somebody do that shit? And there's a lot of different reasons. It could be because they're fucking stuck in comedy. It could be because their shoes are untied. It goes because they wore a jean jacket because they thought they were fucking Brian fucking Adams. It could be a thing. Once you've justified that shit, that's the point at which you can open up that idea and explore it. That's where the fun, interesting stuff comes to. You never said a second date if the logistics aren't good for sex. So what you do is you offer value. Find the first unusual thing. Never set a second date unless the logistics are good for sex. And you've got to be able to say that really fast. Every fucking person that walks by, so you get across that shit that you're a fucking sleazebag, douchebag, and you treat women terribly. So never set a second date unless for sex. I tell you that because I'm the best dating coach in the world. Now, I'm going to finish this video first, but if you look all the shit on YouTube, it's amazingly brilliant work. There's tiny little seed of an idea, which means you always have to have something to say that's entertaining, is full. Okay? So, I encourage you to look at that shit and learn it. Now, when you're going to apply that shit in game, I'll give you a solitary specific example so that you'll be forced to learn the structure and philosophy behind this shit and allow that to fucking permeate your game and then mutate grotesquely. So back in like 2002 era structured game shit, so the mini cold read. You notice some interesting shit about a bitch. And so, say they're wearing a tight black shirt, okay? It could be anything. That ain't all that creative, but you notice something about them. Maybe they have a murked out outfit. What could that mean? What's the justification for that? You could be like, oh, they're very religious and uptight. You could be like, they're trying to be very sexual. And that's the opposite shit. You could point out that, they're a porn star at a funeral, or they're a fucking law school student in a crack house or something. One random thing is you'll notice the three things. The first one boring, second one boring, but once you get to the third and the fourth ones, you're getting some more unobvious creative ones, and that's where your best ideas usually happen. So now that you have such a justification, like a fucking porn star at a funeral, what else would happen at a porn star at a funeral? Would she have sex towards the gravesite? Would she have sex with the corpse? What would she fucking do? Just weird fucking shit like that. Start exploring those ideas. You could be like, you're like a school teacher at a fucking EDM show, Now you're in this world of creating something together, which is this phenomenal world for the set and allows her to create things forward. It's phenomenal. It's creative, it's fun, it's interesting, and it's new, and it can help set a narrative. The fact that it's new will help keep you engaged. The fact that it's creative will help keep you in the moment. Just by following this fucking format, you're inherently going to be doing about everything in the game right. That's what it's beautiful game. It's a mini cold read. So, there's a little bit on theory, a little bit on humor. You can take that shit to the next level, even deeper and more fucking game tight applications. So get out there and fucking yourself to sleep and be a good guy and obey the law and just realize these women are dying for someone to let them know how fucking utterly fucking disposable they are. So give it to them. I don't morally endorse making girls cheat on their boyfriends, but I became the world's foremost expert in getting girls to cheat on their boyfriends through basically making girls cheat on their boyfriends all the fucking time. You think Drake likes pulling your fucking bitch? I'm Mr. Steal Your Girl, okay? The original Mr. Steal Your Girl. And I've never relinquished my fucking crown. And I want to point this out that boyfriends can be anguish, jealous motherfuckers. And especially those chody motherfuckers who think that's the last hit of pussy they're ever gonna get. That they can get dangerous and violent. Okay? okay? And that's where you have to just have this not a laughing matter. Don't fuck around with this shit. But fuck it, put it out there. You gotta be a fucking Chuck Norris style motherfucker and be ready. Whatever the fuck you want. Don't set a second date if the logistics aren't good for sex. And that's just a basic rule of the pickup artist community. You know, hot girls that like sex typically are not getting sex. So they probably haven't done this fucking shit without knowing it. More specifically in speaking it, how do you deal with it once a hoe brings up this shit, once they make an issue of their boyfriend? Because they're probably going to do that in some fucking lame, fucking blame shifting way of trying to deal with their own guilt. Because they have very incongruent fucking self-image. They like to see themselves as like this crazy hot bitch, but then they want to be the good little girlfriend. The whole goal is to get in a one-on-one situation with a girl to see that something could happen. Now, this is especially true for girls with boyfriends. You think I like calling women hoes? I don't, but they want to know that they're disposable, so I do it all the time. Now, listen. The primary concern, the only concern is to get these hoes alone with you. Whatever the premise, however it needs to happen. Okay, because once you have them alone with you, they're totally in your fucking world. And they have none of this societal nonsense to dilute the message that you're brainwashing. Now, listen. Just be flirty and be fun and be cool. But also give that bitch plausible deniability. That cool, we could be friends, haha, maybe I'm gay, that sort of fucking shit. Whatever fucking deniability this delusional bitch needs to lie to herself and come up to my place without fucking feeling slutty on herself. Part of this is not escalating on a bitch. Because if you do, it might shoot you in the butt later. And it will actually keep you from actually being able to keep her out. And that's actually the primary concern. You gotta trust that you're better than boyfriend, and trust that you know what you're doing, and trust that if she spends time with you, later on she will like you. You don't gotta prove shit. Just get that bitch out. Now, specifically, the other time that this will come out, and this is something I want to speak to in greater depth here, is that what happens when a hoe tells you on a date that it was on the phone flirting already? What happens when they'll fucking obnoxiously tell you close to the fucking date? You know what I mean? You'll get a fucking stupid bitch made text that says, hey, I just wanted you to know I'm getting married next week, or some fucking shit like that. And you guys just say, hey, and she'll be like, I don't know if that changes anything. You know, see, get that text. The response that I found is works the best for me is no problem. Such matters have never concerned me, or some shit like that. No problem. I'm not really concerned with that. The thing I like about that is it says two really powerful fucking things at once, maybe three. One, it says, look, this shit is not a big fucking deal. Relax. Don't be a fucking dork, bitch. You know? Like, don't be a fucking dork like your boyfriend. Shit. Is your boyfriend a dork? I always love asking girls if their boyfriend's a dork. If I don't bring up the subject of boyfriends, but unless sometimes I do, because sometimes I just try to fuck shit up and make shit harder than me. That's how pickup artists in the world. And the only person who can truly birth people can birth killing zombies. Anywhere near as well as Mystery does it. Now, sometimes you're going to get the question, but the bitch will try to throw it back on you. Well, don't you think it's wrong and immoral that blah, blah, blah? And don't you want to share in this trippy, lame time I'm having, feeling guilty about the sex we're going to have? And that's where I say, change that bitch's mood and not her mind. You know, change the bitch's mood. Don't change her mind. Don't have the objection come up. But if it really fucking does come up, it's a logical objection. And she's bringing it up in some logical way. And we all know women have very little logic, but whatever. Sometimes they like to travel in logic. So you just reframe that fucking objection so that she's devoid of rhetoric and there's no rebuttal. Her puny little female brain can come up. So I say some shit like free market theories about fucking economists, and she's just taking applications, and no bitch ever stops taking applications, and everybody knows that. And her boyfriend appreciates that, and her boyfriend fucking needs that to become a better fucking man. So if you say hypothetically that her and I fucking hang out, and of course we're gonna have a fucking great time together, and if she spends 3 to 5 hours with me, I have a 90% close rate in getting her to fuck me, okay? But I have a 99% rate and at least getting head. I'm at least gonna get head with any girl I spend 3 hours around. So, but at the end of it, you still love your boyfriend more than me. You tell her. You could continue going being with him, and you go and all this that even someone is fucking straight up pimp, ice cold. Me couldn't make you straight, and that'll just make your relationship better. You'll appreciate him in a way that you never have before, and make your relationship that much stronger. You know. In fact, if I was him, I'd want you to encourage him to see me, because he knows I'll teach you some new tricks, and it will help you make the best fucking decision and speed up the process of figuring out when the fuck you two doing together and stuff. I always say, whenever I'm dating a hoe, I encourage that hoe to go fucking sample as many other dicks as possible. Because I know every time she fucking goes, she's just gonna boost your mind that much more, you know what I mean? And that shit's just practice. Shout out to Jake. So, if we hang out and have a good time, that shit's cool. And if she goes back to her fucking boyfriend, that's cool too. I don't care. These are disposable hoes again. I'll never forget that. No, listen. If we hang out, we have an incredible great time, and it's ridiculous. And there's some shit out of the moment movie. I think that's great too. Until she then has the opportunity to make an even better fucking decision, make herself even fucking happier, and have a better fucking life than she already has. So either way, she's just taking applications, and it's just a to allow her to make a better, more informed decision in life and have a good time. So I just tell these guys, look, come out, no strings attached. I don't want to sign in blood that we're going to fuck tonight, but listen, just take it slow. Let's hang out and chill out. And no big deal. If we end up as friends, that's totally cool. I can fucking use another fucking female friend. Whatever. Even if the truth is like a fucking hole in the head, I want a fucking female friend. And the truth in that is like it should be good. So we're both planning on seeing each other and having a good time. And that's how you get these hoes to fucking cheat on their boyfriends. Okay. Now, that's I'm trying to remember the time I fucking didn't fuck a girl with a boyfriend when I took her out. I can't off the top of my head, but sometimes I'll narrate shit and break shit down logically, and I want you to know it's a last resort. It's not like I walk up to a bitch in a club and she says I have a boyfriend and I want to roll. That's like a family of gingers. Okay. That's when nothing fucking else is working. Again, emotions first, change the bitch's mood, not a mind, and you can hard sell logic later. And hammer it over a fucking head if she like it. But don't try and fucking drug her. You fucking losers who try to drug bitches or lead them with cocaine and shit, that's weak as fuck. That's beta fucking behavior. Now, tell her, you know, sometimes after you fuck these girls with boyfriends, they'll sometimes right next to you, after fucking the shit out of you, they'll call their fucking boyfriend. And then other times you'll have angry calls from boyfriends that'll scare the fucking shit out of you. Because some of these bitches are so fucking, they're so fucking selfish and greedy. They'll go home and tell their they'll have an incredible fucking time fucking you. Then they'll want to fucking shift the blame or shift the fucking negative emotions or guilt she feels onto me and the boyfriend so we can tear each other apart. You see how fucking selfish these hoes are? You dick it down, you give it 3 orgasms, and how does she thank you? By going and fucking up her boyfriend's fucking day. You know? Grow the fuck up. Yeah, if you happen to sleep with girls with boyfriends, I hope you have fun. But also learn reframing, learn how to structure arguments properly, and take that away from my fucking pearls of wisdom that I'm fucking dropping here. Now, everybody who's ever taught you pickup has fucking tried their best, I'm sure, to help you understand how the game works, okay? But at some point, you have to grow up and be a fucking man and quit randomly self-musing on topics and quit just being happy to keep your mouth fucking moving, because that's way less good than what you could do. What you want to do actually is keep talking, focus on the fucking hoe and use her as a catalyst for always having something to fucking say. And what I want to demonstrate to you is exactly how fucking you can be while talking, because you guys wouldn't even fucking believe the fucking supercomputing that my fucking microchip does when I'm gaming these hoes. Okay, now I'll show you a clip of exactly what fucking goes on when I'm doing my approaches, and you'll get that if you buy my System Toolkit Cookbook Workbooks Manual for Hoes. Okay, so check the link in the description, and maybe come to one of my immersion boot camp fucking training camps. Come to my fucking training camp in preseason games that we'll go fucking do, and we'll be in the field, and I'll fucking masterfully and gracefully guide you into being a fucking world-class fucking PUA burfer, because you're gonna burf other PUAs, and you guys are gonna go out and wing each other until there's too many fucking holes. What? Yeah. Two things for I open these houses with medical. I make a fucking statement about these hoes. I make whatever the fuck about it. So when you go up to these hosts, just say something of value that's information about themselves. Or it's best is if it's a threat, make them feel judged and insecure, and darkly manipulate their fucking mind. So that shit's immediately meant to get a bitch's attention. So you might say something and the bitch is inevitably going to say what, because she's too stupid to fucking respond to what you said. And so bitches are constantly doing that shit to buy themselves time to come up with even some simple fucking response to even the most basic fucking opening you fucking give them. And just love them through it. Be patient and love these girls through the fact that they're not very fucking smart. You know, women are fucking not very smart, so you gotta be patient and love them through that fact. You know, they're fucking smaller than us. They're inferior creatures. And so, you just gotta remember. And that'll really help you. That's how I got next level good at not getting butthurt, is when I just finally accepted how stupid and illogical women are and how little bandwidth they have up in their noodle. And when I did that, I was like, you know what? These hoes can't help themselves. So just give them a break. You know, go easy on these hoes. They're just simple. They're all like a bunch of little fucking simple jacks. All these 3 billion sluts and hoes and bitches are in the world. It's just like if you had them all together in a room, it'd be like Jack convention, you know what I mean? Grandma says the horse was shot by a thunder stick. You know, never go full simple Jack. First off. Alright. Oh, I got tired. I fucking pulled some shit in my lower left side of my back because I was fucking trying to ramp up and get into squat town without really... Oh, I remember talking to one of my boys, Max, from RSD, and he was on a soundstage in Culver City telling bitches he was in Kiev or Budapest or whatever, like they do all the fucking time. And that's a good way to keep costs low, you know? Because we know you all want a visual to go with this fucking knowledge we're kicking. And you guys are so fucking greedy. You want us to be at these fucking exotic fucking locations, but that shit costs money, and a lot of times the bitches there don't speak English, and who really wants to fucking bother with that shit? Of course I can pull bitches that I don't speak a common language with them, but like, be honest, a couple more minutes, couple I fuck. I don't. I ain't finna be trying to do that and add to the fucking investment I need to see a return on. So if you're a sensitive introvert like me, maybe like smoking weed and playing video games and not approaching disposable, worthless hoes all the time. But I actually figured out a way to make doing that easy. One of the first concepts I think that's important to talk about is so-called negative phase, which is where you'll find yourself most of the fucking day. Imagine you're walking down the street, you see a fucking cute girl, and you know you should fucking go spit some fucking game and approach her and open and close her. You have RST cats in the background saying, approach it, bitch, approach it, bitch. Fuck approach, bad. Say you're at the gym, you're trying to get your workout in and be focused. You're trying to fucking work on yourself and have some me time. You see some hot disposable hoe, you know you should approach, but you don't fucking do it. You come up with a bunch of bitch-made blue pill cuck excuses about, oh, I finished my set, now she's over there, now I'm over here. Oh, I don't want to fucking be accused of aggressively cruising. Or whatever the fucking else shit. You know? Oh, put some on. Again, you don't do it. So, like later that day, you might be in a bar or a nightclub and you see a cute girl and you know you should approach, but it could be wrong. And be like, the music's too loud. She probably has a boyfriend or girlfriend. You don't do it. She probably got to talk to my friends first. So you make a fucking shit and you do this thing. So if you do that and listen to what happens here between the first girl you met on the street and the fucking girl you said just sit at this gym and the girl you see on a night out. Have you experienced an upward spiral of feeling better and more confident about the fucking day? Or have you feeling a fucking downward spiral of fucking negative momentum? Where negative self-talk kicks in and you start just fucking criticizing the fuck out of yourself, calling yourself a fucking loser. Some motherfucking negative downward spiral energy shit. You're gonna get more and more negative self-talk. You're gonna feel a lot less swaggy, a lot more disemboweled. You see another bitch that night, and the chances of you approaching is so low because you've had that negative fucking momentum downward spiral that's been really dragging you down. And so instead of making approaching easier, it makes that shit infinitely more fucking difficult. So every time you bail out, it makes the next approach that more focused. So that's when you focus on positive momentum. And you never stop spinning game. That way you never have to start spinning game, you know? So you talk to the first girl, and you feel for some fucking reason, it's gonna be, I don't know if they're going. Are you leaving? Yeah. It doesn't even need to be a good solid interaction. So you might talk to her for like 10 seconds. She'll be like, it's nice to meet you. And she'll like walk away. But if you built up that positive fucking momentum, you'll be like, yep, you did it. You know you should approach. Who gives a fuck if she likes it? Who gives a fuck if some fucking kink scenesters in San Francisco want to lie about you and say you were aggressively cruising when you didn't do fucking nothing but ask somebody their fucking name, you know? Just because a lot of these fucking people in this kink scene are fucking liars. They're beta douchey liars who do weak ass fucking things because they live in a scared fucking mindset. So now when you talk that, I don't know what this motherfucker's doing. Is he leaving or what? Maybe I haven't even gone out yet. Yeah, this guy's just being a fucking stupid cunt. I am powered state. You shot up a girl. You see a cute girl and like, look at this douche. What's he doing? Yeah, now. Oh, now they're gonna go. Now, what's he doing? Yeah, now. Oh, now they're gonna go. Now they're gonna go. That's a positive emotion. and I wake up, you know. So really, I've been fucking here longer than I would have been if I just parked in the middle of the fucking street. To avoid parking in the middle of the fucking street. Now, let's say you go outside and it's just a positive fucking upward spiral of momentum. And if you've never been in that if you've ever been in it, you know it's like being in the fucking zone. You know how easy to get even more. It's just you're on the rich side, the rich get richer. When you're on that negative side, you get fucking poor. It's like you're playing with house motherfucking money, dog. Now, 2 words you want to keep totally in your fucking brain is power and control. You want to find your state in that power and fucking control. Now, how do you get in a state of being in power and being in control? Well, just fucking approach. Never stop spinning game, so you never have to start spinning game. And you'll always have that upward momentum carrying you into the next fucking approach. Who gives a fuck if these bitches don't like it? Don't leave the house if you don't want to be approached, you fucking bitch. You know? Lower your expectations of success, too. Us men have this wrong fucking sense of identity that we're supposed to pull any fucking girl in any time with as little effort as possible. That's the opposite fucking shit you should think. You know? Just think it's amazing anybody ever fucking gets laid. And the only reason you get laid 1 out of every 1,000 of fucking approaches is because you're stone cold good at game. And the rest of these guys are fucking never going to get their self anything other than getting kicked out of the fucking gene pool because they're nowhere near a game as good as game at you. And that means you only fucking get balls deep 1 out of 1,000 of these fucking bitches. That's that you approach, that you fucking have the fucking sexual interest in to even nut up and fucking approach like a cowboy and get back on that bull. I bullshit you not. Now, that's the mind state you stay in. Whether or not that's true is regardless. Maybe you're like me and you got a 90% close rate when you get a bitch out and you spend 3 hours with her. But you don't think I don't fucking approach a lot of bitches and get all their fucking gibberish and claptrap and all their fucking excuses and flaky shit? Of course I do. The best in the world do. That's just how this fucking game is set up. That's how fucking society is set up. So just get over it. And don't fuck yourself over by having this mindset that like the world's supposed to treat you like you're Will Smith in one of his fucking feel-good rom-coms where everything he does is fucking magical, because that's just not fucking life. If Will Smith was out there spitting game, that fool would get destroyed, okay?